Hi, I'm Claire from Claire Chancellor Coaching. Today what I want to talk about is the sixth card in the Major Arcana, known as the Lover's card. Now when you see this card, automatically we want to think, yep, this is the ultimate love, the twin flame, the soulmate, the divine love kind of energy. But I actually want you to put a pause on that because this card actually represents choice. Choice and consequence. So while it looks like it's the ultimate love card, the Fool comes across the Lovers. And the question is he going to remain on his path moving forward, the plans that he's put in place? Or is he going to sacrifice that path for a new path? You know, something that looks more alluring, something a lot more tempting. And this is the energy that this card is asking us to explore. Where are we taking ourselves off our path, or what are we drawn to that looks so much more tempting now? Because we're allowed, we have free will, we're allowed to switch gears, we're allowed to change paths and move in a different direction. We can open up quantum reality and play anywhere that we want to, but we just need to be aware of our choice, which is one of the most fundamental, strongest energies in this world. When you're raising your when you're raising your consciousness, it's about what is the choices that you're choosing, and therefore that brings in the experiences that you're having, and again comes back to you and what your choice is. So when this card comes up, it's asking us to take some time to assess and to make some decisions. Maybe you're feeling like you're at a fork in a road, and when it comes to love, we need to have a heart-to-heart conversation here. Now let's talk about some of the symbology in the Lover's card. First of all, I want to bring your attention to Archangel Raphael. He's bringing in his healing energy. He's got a message of harmony and healing and just unity for all. That sun shines down and it's just bringing in that warmth and that good news, because having the sense of choice is so empowering. This is good news. I can't help compare that to somebody who's been in domestic violence or in an abusive relationship and they're stripped of their choice. And this is the complete opposite of that, right? Like, you can take up as much space as you want and you get to feel empowered as much as you want. This is what this card is asking you for. Asking from you, I should say. Now, we've got the tree of life behind the man, who's most likely Adam. And we've also got the tree behind Eve that has that snake there. The snake, of course, out of the Adam and Eve is all about temptation. You know, she looks up to the heavens. She looks up to the spirit world, and she is looking for some purpose and some guidance from the spirit world about what direction she should take. And he is looking towards her. And of course, you know, she could easily take him on a different path of temptation rather than him focusing on his goals. Now, when it comes to the tarot deck, the mountains and the hills always represent the goals. Are the goals in sight? Are they too far? Are they nearby? Have we reached a goal? Are we on top of the mountain? There's all sorts of different metaphors and symbols going on when it comes to your goals. So we can see that the goal is in sight. We can see that spirit is in sight. We can see that there are options in sight. And so we're at that crossroads where we need to make a decision in this particular challenge. I just want to check in with the team. Is there anything else here that we need to know about? I can hear them talking about the apples, you know, bringing in the healing, the harmony, the temptation. So I'll leave that one I'll leave that one there. And so if this card was coming up, I was going to go in reverse, but actually let's change that. If this card was coming up in a lover's reading, then what we need to know is that there's a strong sexual attraction. There's a partnership and there's that connection that's going on. We need to make a decision about how we're going to move forward with this relationship. This could even just be in a business relationship is what the team is saying. So it's not necessarily lovers, but it's this is going to be good for the long run if you choose to go with it, if that's right by your heart space. If this comes up in reverse, we're talking about separation, we're talking about infidelity, we're talking about conflict, disrespect, feeling hurt, emotional pain, and being bitten by that snake in the grass. You just didn't see it coming. That kind of stress is likely to cause some health issues. So in a health reading, this particular card is going to represent some grief of the lungs, pressure from the outside world, and that sense of loss. You can relate that to if you have been cheated on, that there is that grief of the promises that were there and now they're gone, and now you have to do that internal work to get you back up on your feet. There could be a sense of lack of worthiness, eye problems, like fear of what you're seeing. Do you actually want to see the truth in that? Kidney problems that are like adrenals, wanting to escape the stress, feeling fatigued, pushing too hard to make it work when the spirit world is there telling you like, come on, enough of the struggle. Just checking in with the team, is there anything else here? Just like lungs, and even body vulnerability issues here. This could bring up somebody who's got skin issues, irritated by what's happening on the outside world, and it's irritating them on the inside. Like they don't want to let that pressure in. They don't want to have to sort that out. So we've got some boundary issues. Again, that's most likely if the card is in reverse. So this card, bringing up the energy again, it is encouraging you. It's really encouraging you to recognize the value of that self-love, that the value in connection, the value in friendship, and that value in what you bring to a relationship. Ultimately, you get to choose, and that's exactly what this card is all about, is your choice and choosing what's right by your intuition, by your heart space. The team are just saying here, when you make a choice, you will feel the relief if that's your intuition. If you make a choice and you still feel sort of worked up about it, that's your anxiety, that's your ego. I hope that helps. I'm Claire from Claire Chancellor Coaching, and I'll talk to you soon.